So we broadcasting on YouTube. So they started out here at the 9:30 hour with a signal literally right at the open, right? Signal right at the open here. Now, what I'm going to do just for congruency is I want to talk about the trades from left to right, meaning that I'm going to talk about what the setup is on the 24-1, the 907, and then our entry chart all the way down to the 49. Okay. So if you see this trade, you can notice that if you look over to the 24-1, the trend is definitively up and heavy, strong to the upside. Okay. We can see that strong to the upside on the open. Then if you look on your middle chart, price comes down, the stochastic gets into the oversold area. So we're looking at once price is settled into the oversold area, we're looking for opportunities to go long with the market. So that didn't happen until, unfortunately, this entry was bad. That's what I say: good, bad, and indifferent. This entry didn't give us an entry until 49.12 about, but it gave us an entry there. And then it gave us another entry here on the third chart I'm talking about. Entry here at, oh, this is 21. I thought it said 9:33, so I apologize. But that's in the late night hours, so it didn't give us anything in the late night hours. I apologize. Um, so I apologize, man. I'm sitting up here looking at two varying time frames. Okay, so wow, same setup, but it caught me off by the time. But the same setup here happened here at 9:30. If you look to the chart to the left, you can see where price is an extreme uptrend, notated by the MAs, just straight up. So we're looking for a pullback of some kind, and we get it right at 9:30. If you look to your middle time frame, you see where price again gets into the oversold area. So what we want to do is, once price has gotten into the oversold area and closed, which that happened on this bar here. So once that bar closed, now we're looking to enter the trade going long. Had you done that, you'd have entered here at about 12.25 on your chart to the right, which is your entry chart. Then you'd had another entry here at 9:30 and 31 seconds. So right at 9:30 on the dot, and then 9:30 and 31 seconds. And then if you keep scrolling, so you have 12.50. You're at your entry here is at about 16 and a quarter. Now you say, okay, I'm gonna enter some more. If you enter some more here at 9:30 and 49 seconds, because this is moving rather fast, then you have another entry at 20. All right. Then by that time, you might want to wait for a bit here. And we have another entry that's right here. You got in at 21. And then you'd have entered again when it got an oversold again. You'd have been in at about 22. All right. So then you're in these trades. So you have about 5 entries so far. Don't have another one yet. Don't have another one yet. Then we have another one here at 27. So that's 6 entries. After 6 entries, you might want to just call it a day, but if you don't, that's fine too. But if you enter all these trades here, right? And as you notice that the trend is strong to the upside on your larger time frames, I don't know how to say this without being just blunt about it. Hell, you cashed out and made all the money by 9:35, and that's the truth. And with 5 entries, with an average price of about 23, 24, so if you go from 23, 24 to 30 on 6 contracts, let's just do the math. And you're entering one contract at a time. So you do 6 times 5 times 4 times, hold on, let me make sure I'm right about that. Multiply 20 times 6, because you made 6 points, right? And you traded up to 6 contracts. That's $720 in 5 minutes. Now, let me be totally transparent. I only made $320 a day. Don't mind telling nobody that. I didn't put trigger but on $320. But on some days when I'm really holding the trade, like yesterday, I made $2,600. So it just depends. But today I wasn't really feeling the trading because it just didn't have a really strong feel to it. But that's one trade setup. That's literally one trade setup. And if you really wanted to continue to try to ride that trade went all the way up to 33. Okay. So now the next trade, I'm waiting because I have to wait for everything to line up. Okay. If things don't line up, I can't trade. So my next lineup trade, let's see here. This is a very dangerous trade to take, but it was a trade nonetheless because it's in an uptrend and the 2401 is trying to change over. The 907 has changed over. So because that's happened, and when I say changed over, I mean you can see it's making lower lows, confirm lower lows. Because if you compare these 2 points here on the middle chart, you compare this point here, this is a low, and then it tried to go up and it came down and made a lower low. Made a lower low. Here you have a lower high at extremes. Because it's a lower high at extremes on the stochastic, that's where your actual resistance sits. So now let me show you something. This is funny, but you see resistance really sits at the same place where the bar closed at right here. The bar opened at it right here. So resistance and that stochastic being in that area is about the same spot. And that's going to be the way it's going to be most of the time because that's the way Mr. Lane designed it. However, you have to really understand the intricacies of the stochastic in order to be able to know that. But it stopped right there at a resistance point. At this bar right here is the first bar to push down after that big up, after this small up move right here. So when that happens and I get this signal here, then another clue is my stochastic, my short-term stochastic is up under, like this is like an umbrella here protecting, an umbrella protecting, and this is a lower high. It's a small lower high, but it's a lower high nonetheless. And then you have that, and then watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Once that bar forms, which is right here, so you'd have been entering on opportunities after that, and your first opportunity would have been, wow, this is beautiful. First opportunity would have been right here. So you'd enter here at 30 even. Then you'd enter it again at, to be honest with you, about 25. Then see 25, because I would have entered once it gets in the oversold, I would have been selling right in here. It went up against me a little bit here. So then I would enter it again. So 25 and 30 is 27.50. So right now I'm in the money pretty good on this trade because it's going down to 24. Then it gave me another entry here at 25 again. Then it gave me another entry here at 25 again. And if you gonna notice, watch what happens. She goes down to, she goes down pretty good here. So again, that's 5, 6 contracts. Average price would have been about 20, 26. You could have got out easily at 20. So that's another $720, just like that. So if you've been, focused and paying attention. So now let's say that trade's over with. Let's look for, let's wait for the cycle and give us another opportunity. Gives us another opportunity at 1124. Right here. We know the market's in an uptrend. Market's giving you, going up here, giving you a higher low right here. Right? So this is a high low on the chart to the left. This is a high low with extremes on the chart to the right. I mean, chart in the middle, excuse me. And once price has confirmed that it's in the oversold area, you wait, and it gives you an opportunity to, okay, so the entry on this trade would have been right here at about 22.50. So we'll just say 23, give you the worst possible scenario. Then you have another entry here at 23.75. So let's say 24. So now you're in at 23 and 24, and this thing shoots to 27 with 2 contracts. All right. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, I got out a lot quicker than these trades panned out. But had I waited, you can see 23, 24, 29. Give you another entry at 29. So 23, 24. Then you got another one at 29. Average entry price is about 26. So then turns around and you just holding on to the trade because the trend is up. Gives you another opportunity here to get in at 30. That one there went against you. Went back down to 28. But then you had an opportunity to get in some more here, here, and here. And had you done that, you'd have been handsomely rewarded because it went all the way up to 33. So now you're in, let's just say 7 contracts. Same situation. This stuff happens on all the time, on every time frame, no matter what you do. It's been happening since the beginning of time. My mentor showed me how to trade the 7 layers of trading. There are only 7 things trading can do: high, 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 low, lower, low, lower, high, double bottom, double top, and reverse. That's the only thing you can do. There ain't nothing else to trade besides those 7 things. If anybody says there's anything other than that, they'll lie. They can call me up on the phone. We can meet up in the parking lot, and I'll tell them to the face they'll lie, because that's the only thing that the market can do. It's high, 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 low, low, lower high, double bottom, double top, and reverse. That is absolutely it. I'll stand by it because there's nothing in the world that, it's like human beings. Human beings, when they eat, they will defecate and they will piss. Period. Bottom line, the end. It is impossible for you to eat food or drink water and not go to the bathroom. It is guaranteed. It shows you're living. And this is the exact same way. I've been telling people this from the beginning of time. I don't teach this because, for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm not a good teacher, just to be completely transparent with you. But number 2, I don't teach people this because people don't believe that really trading is just that simple. And if you wait on it, setup happen. So that's 3 setups that happen. All of them $700 or more. So this is an interesting situation because this too is a setup. This right here is a setup because you also have a higher low, excuse me, on the, you have a higher low on the 2401 with no benefit of anything to the right of that crosshair. Okay. So, we see it go down here, but that's okay because this is what we do. We don't buy bar breaks to the top. or bar breaks down to the bottom. So when that bar confirmed there, right? When that bar confirmed that it was down, and now we're looking for an entry. We got one entry here at 29. Let's just say 29.50. Got another entry here at 30.50. So 29.50 and 30.50. Okay. And then give you another trade. Had you been bold and taken more trades like a robot, you'd had an entry here at 33. Then you'd had another entry here when it got down here to 30. And then you would have been handsomely rewarded because you got another entry at 28. And again, as you can see, you got another entry at 30.50, 31. She took off to the upside. So my point is, that's 4 trades, 4 winners. If you're scaling into the trade, that's how professionals trade. Just think about it. If you got $1 billion to trade, you're not putting all your money at work at one time. It's impossible. They always break it up in at least thirds and as many as tenths. So they'll get in at maximum probably about 10 times and at a minimum of 3. So if you trade like that, you're going to add a lot of money to your account very, 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 very quickly. Very quickly. Very, very quickly. That too is a $700 trade. Right? And that covered all this. That's just saying that you got in because you thought that the market was going to continue to go in your favor. Right? And looking for another trade. We don't have one yet. All right, so we have this. Let's see. Another good trade. It's right here. It's a higher low on 24.1. It's a higher low on the 907. Once this is confirmed that it's in the oversold area, guess what? Start buying it one at a time. You got one here. And some people say, well, Will, why the hell when you just buy all 6 at the bottom? Because you don't know that's the bottom. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you that the market's not going to continue down or up. And I'm not gambling. I'm not going to take any risk that's unnecessary. What I want to do is minimize my risk to the nth degree if I possibly can. Okay. This thing is long in the tooth here, so I'm not taking as much as I normally would. But this is the 5th trade for today. This is the 5th one. All the other 4 trades were all the 4 other trades were what, $700 or more. So then you get in here, bam, you get in. That's one. You let the visual take you out, get you into another trade. That one you get in one, it rides a long way before it gives you another entry, and it gives you 2 more. It gives you another entry here, another entry here. So your entry is probably about an average price of about $36.50. So as you can see, it went all the way to 40. If it didn't break that high, I would have been looking to get out for, minimal gain. But it went all the way to 41. Again, another $400 trade. This does this all the time. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. This is all I do. I can't teach you I can't go from the basics to the advanced because that's not what I do. I wasn't taught like that. My mentor threw me in the fire and basically said, this is what you do. You trade, You shut the fuck up. You do what I tell you to do, and you're gonna make a lot of money. And that's what happened. And this is essentially how he did it. He didn't use these exact same indicators that I'm using, um, but he did use the exact same premise, meaning that he traded the exact same way, looking for entries on the very small time frame while using the bigger time frames as his catalyst for trades. And that's how I learn. So I kind of teach how I learn. Um, and do we have enough? Oh, we have this short, right? We have this short right here because Malik and I was sitting here talking about it. You had one entry, you had two entry, three entry, and four entry. So average price would have been about 37.75. Watch this. It went down to 35.50, and that gave you a profit and a down and an uptrend all day. So that's reversing, right? And guess what? Had you had the gumption of the balls to sit in the trade for a while, which I don't know how many people would have, including me, no, I wouldn't have stayed in this trade. But guess what? I can guarantee you're gonna get another entry. I can guarantee it's gonna get another entry. Yep, right here. Confirm by hitting it. Wait for the close. Once the bar closes, you know for a fact that it has hit that spot. Gives you an entry right here, and then gives you a shitload of money, and do it that way. And that is literally it. There were 9 trades. I'm sorry. There were 6 trades today. All of them were winners. Big. So I want anybody to pick any day. I don't care what day it is. Pick any day. I'm gonna go to the day, and then we're gonna look at it and see if it'll do the same thing. Is anybody here? Am I talking to myself?
You can hear me.
Ah, hello.
Hello, it's Tony.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
I got my guy here in the office with me, and
Oh, I'm
oh man,
listening.
you sent me a text. You sent me a text. I apologize, Tony. There's no spread in the futures markets, man.
Okay.
Futures not like it's just it's a bid and ask, and typically it's a tick off. In other words, you could have a bid. If you're looking at the numbers on my screen, your bid would be 36. Your ask would be 36, 49.36, and your ask would be 49.36 and a quarter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's usually a quarter tick spread. I mean a quarter tick increments. So that's what you're dealing with. Um, I like futures markets much better than I like forex markets. Um, but that's only because I've been trading them. That's what I learned on. I mean, I learned how to trade stocks and then ETFs and then index futures. And I recently got into forex when I met y'all several years back. So um, I'm for the futures markets, and plus it's regulated, and plus that's where I have to do all of my business because that's where I'm registered as an advisor and have a firm there, have a firm on the exchange. So uh, that's kind of what I do, man. That's literally all I do. I didn't say anything about the 2B tonight because I know I was big on the 2B when I was teaching you guys what I did, and I am big on the 2B. I just don't say 2B because a lot of people can't see it. You know what I mean? A lot of people see various 2Bs in a setup, so it's easier for me to talk about it from a higher high, lower low, lower high standpoint. And the 2B is in there. You just don't know that I'm not saying 2B. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The 2B with the retest.
Right.
Usually that first entry is either a 2B or a 2B with a retest. So and then all the other entries after that are subsequent. So all I do. That's I don't. I'm gonna do this just because I want to. Tony, you're on the line. We ain't talked in a while, so I'm gonna do something because I have my other computer up and I can't show you on this computer because I have a different system up here. But what I want to do is do something so that you can have an idea. Since November, I mean, I'm sorry, since December 1st, I'm gonna give you all of my orders, and I'll send it to you via video because I send it to Gamble. Sent Gamble most of this anyway. But I'm gonna send it. I'll send it to you via video if you would like to see it. Let me see, December 1st, because this is not me making up some shit. This ain't something. This is not something that I can do. It's actually in my system. You know how you put trays in, then in your system it tells you what your open and close price was and
Yeah, yeah.
all that. So that's how it looks. But I'm gonna tell you what it is because I want you to understand what I'm saying here. Hold on, from that to that, there you go, and hit apply. Okay, so I didn't trade the month of December until December 14th. Okay, I lost $120 on my first trade. I made 270 on my second trade. On my Now this is how this did. I pyramided this trade, but this is how it looks. I made $270. I lost $5,610. I lost $660. Then I made $9,000. Okay, because I made money on the last two, right? So then I lost two. I lost $6.25, made 37.50, made $56.25, made $18.75, made $12.50, made $20, lost $50, made $40, made $90, lost $30, made $100, made I broke even, made $90, made $40, lost $45, lost $5, made $30, made $30, made $20, lost $270, lost $325, made $495, made $315, made $30, lost $20, made $40, made $10, made $15. I lost $1,075, I lost $1,050, I lost $950, I lost $925, I lost $775, I lost $3,000, I lost $1,125. Then I made $2,500. Then I made $9,000. Then I made $100. Then I made $125. Then I made $50. Then I lost $125. I lost $150. I made $250. Then I get a string of losers. Here they come. I lost $625. I lost $900. I lost $1,200. I lost $1,950. I lost $1,350. I lost $1,200. I made $6,000. I made $6,000. I made $225. I lost $75. I made $75, $150, made $50, lost 275, lost 50, broke even, made 1,600, made 225, lost 75, so on and so forth. I can keep going, but matter of fact, I will because I want you to understand this is how it works. Bottom,
You don't have to get going. So, are you trading 24 hours? Why is your profit loss like varying so much?
well, because what'll happen is I'll pyramid,
Oh,
right?
that pure. Got you. I
And
understand.
then sometimes I'll pyramid, and especially if it goes against me, I'll add to my price. Right? I'll like instead of trading one contract, I'll add two because it went like say 5 points against me. Right?
Right.
So I have a much better average price. And then if it goes against me again, I'll add to it again. And then what'll happen is it'll happen up to 6 times, and then I'll add, and then that last one to take me to profit. But them other four that I entered in would be the ones that ended up losing. Um, I'm gonna be completely transparent with you too and tell you that I don't like to pyramid against me. I don't like to have to pyramid against my entries. However, I will, and the reason why I will is because I don't like losing. I ain't got no other answer for you. I would rather lose $3,000 to make $4,000 than I lose 500 and it stick. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't. Instead of me losing $500 because I just got out of the trade, right? And now I got to start over. Psychologically, for me, it's easier for me to just add to it because I realize that it's going to come back, right? It's
Yeah.
just because I'm trading with the trend. That's what I don't say. Um, that's the obvious. I'm trading with the trend of the larger time frame.
Right.
So it's got to go at least test where I'm coming from. And if it doesn't test it, then we in a bunch of damn trouble anyway, right? So uh, I don't like going against uh, the trend, but I will go against if it if the trend changes on me because I'm trying to catch the turn. I always tell people I've been saying that for years. I try to catch the turn as it's coming back. If it doesn't come back, then that just means that I'm gonna have a situation where I end up making about $75 out this all over and said and done with. Right. Today and yesterday, I had four losers out of 30 trades. So what happens like that sometimes too. You see what I'm saying? It just depends. If I'm catching a day where everything's turning where I think it's turning, I'm not gonna lose much at all. If I have a day where my where I'm thinking the turn is not happening where the turn is, then that's when I run into situations and problems. That has happened before.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry about that, man. I hit that. I hit that button. I hit that button. My bad. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Um. So I don't like losing, but sometimes I have to get into a trade as long as I know that the bigger time frame is still with me, or that it's turned and now I'm just looking for the retracement and then I can catch the retracement going back up if it's turned on me, then I'm fine. And that's what I do all day, every day. I don't do nothing else. There is, you heard me say this before, Tony. I don't have no rocket science. I'm not a smart guy. I'm highly intelligent, but I'm not smart. And there's two completely different things, right?
Yeah,
Two
no,
complete.
it's pretty cut and dry. Like you said, the 2B probably confuses people, but you just stick to highs and lows. It's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, it's just, and I had to simplify it because, like I said, a lot of people had problems with that. They could see two B's all over the place. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Well, this is a two B." I'm like, "No, that's not the truth." So I said, "Okay," but yeah, man, I want to introduce y'all. I don't want to be rude. Um, Gamble, that's Tony Lynch. That's I call him Young Sir because he's a young guy getting into the trading business. He trades forex. Uh, Tony, that's Gamble. Gamble is my guy, man. He's doing the regulatory thing with me with it being a CTA and doing professional trading and managing money and that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, y'all some good guys. And I told Gamble I was gonna make a video kind of showing exactly what I do so that people can mimic me because I want to be now. I get paid to trade. I get paid commissions on trading, right, Tony? This wasn't like this before. Uh, I get paid commissions on trade. Um, and when I get paid the commissions on trading, but I need to be profitable, right? So now I get profits and commissions, man, and we trying to blow the doors off this thing. That's why I say if you can do what you say you're gonna do, come talk to me because we're gonna have a setup for you.
Okay.
But
Where you say
anyway,
you
man, I
located
just
at?
I'm outside of DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man. How long you been
so
trading forex?
Uh, Probably about 5, 6 years.
Okay. That's it. You only traded forex.
Yeah, that's all I study. I only study forex. I dabble with gold and silver. I did decent money on silver last year. Um, but that was just on my IRA. That wasn't my trading account.
Okay. Well, that's good. What
yeah.
pairs do you usually trade? Uh, what favor?
The majors: Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, gold dollar, euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar CAD.
Okay, that sounds good.
So yeah, man, Tony the forex guy. I was all right with forex, but I ain't like that shit.
You would like you would like it if I showed you the setup. Yeah,
What you mean?
I'm looking at your setup, and with the exception of the time frame, because I see like these volume bars move
Right.
quick. And like you said, you don't have a spread to worry about. But our setups are very similar with the exception of the indicators.
Yeah.
Are you looking at are you looking at one of your setup now? Are you on a computer with your setup now that you can share
Yeah,
your screen?
I'm on a computer setup, but I mean, I'm looking at Dr. Jones setup. You know, I don't want to mess up what y'all got going on.
Yeah. Hold on a second. What you doing? You did your yoga? You got school tomorrow, so we ain't got time to play. Do me a favor, go break him for me, Malik. Don't kill him. 20 seconds. Um, yeah. So I mean, Tony does something very similar to what I do. He just does it on time charts because that's what Forex deals with. Mason, that's the one reason why I don't like Forex. But anyway, uh, um, but I mean, man, that's just low. What I just showed y'all is low, right? I can't teach. I'm not the guy that's gonna come in and say, "Hi, this is stock trading 101 or trading 101." That's not me. They ain't never been me, right? But I can show you exactly what I do, and I can show you that shit works. And it works not because I say it works. It works because it's it's the law of trading, really, right? If you follow the big money, then you don't have to worry about those losses that I talk about. They're not losses, Tony. Like you heard me say negative, 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 loss, loss, loss. That's a loss inside of a
Yeah,
trade
yeah, I get it.
because it's but people I just don't know, man. I tell people that
I watched I watched uh I watched Donald do it well when I first met him. And then it was just a bad he took he had it on autopilot with someone else doing it. But I saw it when it was good. He just didn't have a way of cutting his losses when he was wrong.
yeah, and the thing is, it's not martingale per se, but it looks like it, right? Because I don't trade. I'm never going to trade against the bigger trend. I'm not going to do it. And when I see that the bigger trend has changed, I'm just looking to get out for minimal gain so I can cover my trading costs and be done. Because and that's another thing that I tell you about the futures market that has an advantage over the forex markets is the futures markets always bounce. All right, see you later on, man. All right, be safe. Text me when you get to the house. All right. Um, let me say this: the forex market has an advantage over the futures markets in this. There's low barrier to entry, right? You can get in for $100 and trade micro mini lots, and you might learn something and strike it big. But the disadvantage is to the forex market versus the futures markets is forex markets when they trend, them motherfuckers go. I have literally
Yeah,
been
that's what I noticed and like about it.
when I was with these guys, man, trade with him and another, group of guys that we had, man, I would get in and watch a trade. I'd be sweating overnight because I'd be like, this motherfucker is not gonna stop. That mother get in a trend, Jack, and she will not. She'll get to going. She be like, bitch, I'm gone. Holler at you later. And futures markets, man, that they always come back to equilibrium more times than not. And if they don't come back to equilibrium, it's usually around a news announcement, right? Like a Fed announcement or something like that. Um, but outside of those, outside of those news events or catastrophic events that happen, those jokers move fairly orderly. Not saying that you want to trade against price, but what I'm saying is if you are trading against price with the longer trend, you're all right. But anyway, I mean, bottom line is, like I said, I told you, I don't know if I know I've said this to you 1,000 times, Tony. I don't know how many times I've said to you, Gamble, but I tell people all the time, market can't do but 7 things. I dare anybody to show me something different. I'm waiting on that day.
Yeah, the wife just came in. She said hello.
Tell I said, what's up? How you doing?
she,
Oh, she said, good. How are you? Boy,
she was in the
boy,
back.
you got a good. What? And guess what? Watch this. Gamble a newlywed and you a newlywed. The only difference between you and Gamble is, boy, you got that seed coming into the world. Makes life a little different.
Yeah, but hey, now I
You gotta
like
go.
that snapshot I'm looking at though, because on your largest like volume time frame, your last wave shows serious divergence, and then on your middle time frame, your last wave showed divergence, gave you a lower low, and then a lower high with confluence to your stochastic. It looks like easy money.
I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell anybody that, but brother, if you know how to trade,
It's
the
free
way
money.
what I trade is I'm just it is impossible. It is be harder for you to lose money trading this way than it would be to make money. It would be. It would be harder for you to lose money. And the reason why it would be harder for you to lose money is because whenever you're trading at the beginning of a turn, that's money, Jack. That I'm just telling you, I call it a turn. When that market starts to turn and going, you don't want to get in after that mug already turned because everybody ain't seen it. What a lot of people do is they do them bar breaks, right? They'll see, say for instance, I don't like money. Let me stop my crosshair. Hold on a second. The pointer. You see like this white bar here, right? A lot of people trade when it breaks the high, I'm gonna get in, or when it breaks the low, I'm gonna get in. I don't have a break the high, break the low mythology or mentality. I want to get in as many times as I can before this thing turns real good. And then if I can get in 4 contracts before it turns, when it turns, I'm gonna be in really good shape. And like I said to you earlier tonight, Tony, I have to trade X amount of contracts every day. If I pull the trigger one time, if I trade 1 contract, I got to trade an X amount, right? So
Mm,
because I have to trade that much, my mentality is different. You know what I mean? Because when we trade in forex, I could trade 2 or 3 lots, 4 or 5 lots, and be done, or let's trade 10 lots and be done, or whatever the case is. But I have to trade an obscure amount of contracts, and you don't want to put that all that risk out there at one time because that's the other bad thing about futures. If you put a stop out there, 9 times out of 10 they come to get it. They gonna come and get it because they got to make sure it's not bigger money on the other side. Anyway, man, fellas, I wanted to do that. It's going on 10 o'clock. School start for me tomorrow. Well, taking the kids back to school. Gamble, I'm positive I'm gonna see you in the room tomorrow. To be honest with you, I don't know how much more trading I'm gonna do this week. Uh, only because, okay, let me show you this. Only because of this right here. Hold on one second. Um, all right. So
Are you on Instagram, Will?
me, I
Yeah.
am. I am on Instagram. So let me tell you why I don't know if the market is going, if I want to trade anymore this week. All right. We got a problem. All right. You see this big bar right here?
Can you spread it out a little bit more? Clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread it out a lot more.
All right.
So you see that big bar right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? This big bear candle right here. And I don't do this kind of analysis except on longer time frames, right? But you notice how it went to the top and is basically staying within this bar. For the
Mm-hmm.
next couple of days, we really could just chop around because there's no definable trend. Now I could shoot up. I'm not saying it can't shoot up, but I'm just saying if it doesn't shoot up past here, you don't want to be trying to trade short right now because, and this is where my tools come in at, right? Because technically that thing looks like it wants to go up. But if it doesn't go up and breaks the high, if it don't break the highs, I don't want to be taking shorts because it could just really meander because all the pressure is to the upside right now, buying.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do have, watch this, Tony. I know you said, well, man, we said we weren't going to talk about this. No damn two Bs, but I got to say it, right? However, we do have a confirmed 2B right? We do have a confirmed TB to the downside to go down, right? We do have that. In addition to that, we have divergence because this made a higher high, but these over here made a lower high. So if you look at this right here, so if you see this right here, this point right here is much higher than this point. Like if you look at price and you look at the indicator, you can see that you have divergence. And because you have divergence, this thing could fall apart. But until she has a what I call a black on black day, or now she has a white on white day, meaning that it's trying to go up, I only really want to take longs until she has one day of black and then breaks that one, and then I'll be confident to take it to the downside, because otherwise she could really just consolidate for a couple of days before making any move whatsoever. That's just what I see. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what my forward thinking analysis is. If it does happen, then so be it. If it doesn't happen, then so be it. And we'll see. That's all I got, fellas. Y'all got some questions for me? Want to throw some eggs at me or something? Slap upside the head. Tony, I ain't talked to you in a while, so we can't fight yet.
No fighting, man.
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate
So
it.
Oh man, for sure, man. We need to do this more often.
Yeah.
Need to do this more often. So
Tell Colin I said what's up.
I do that. I do that. Hey man, are you on Facebook?
Nah. No, I'm not on Facebook. I told you. I'm still on Instagram, but I had to fall back from social networking.
Hey, that's small. You newly married man. That could come back to hunt somebody like yourself.
No.
Instagram better than that Facebook.
Oh, Instagram
Facebook
all the
gets you
chain.
in trouble.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because I known some newlywed cats to still not be want to be married. You understand what I'm saying? They married, but they still got that single man.
One over here, Will.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
One over here.
Wait a minute, hold on, hold. Let everybody stop. Number one, who can hear me?
Yeah. I was yeah, you just.
Yep. I said hi too.
Yes, ma'am. I definitely do it. You all right? Hey, how you doing? Everybody good. Look, do me a favor. Lay down to put your feet up, relax.
I'm relaxed.
Yeah, please. Tony, man, look here. It was nice talking to you, bro. You know, so good talking to you. Hey, I'm gonna go on hit the door, man. You know, so because I gotta get to the house. You know what I mean? Gotta get to the house, bro. Good, got him.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't got in trouble. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear
I
me?
know I ain't nobody hang up on me for real.
Can you hear me? Will.